Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm Jean-Pierre. I'm from Peru. How about you?
I'm very good. I am Richard. I'm from New York.
New York, great.
Yes. How are you today?
I'm good. I have a lot of work.
Yes. You have a lot of work?
Yes, I have a lot of work.
Okay. What do you do for work?
Well, I a software engineer.
Oh, you work as an engineer.
Yes,
Okay, very nice.
thank you.
And how long are you studying English?
Well, really a little bit, um, but that's why I subscribe in Cambly. I need to practice my English level because currently my work is necessary speak English.
I understand. So, for your job, it's necessary that you're able to speak English and have conversations with other people.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
And Richard, well, approximately I have 6 months hard work watching videos on YouTube or Netflix. Um, do you recommend me others
Shows?
other ways uh, for improve my English?
Oh, yes. There are plenty of other ways to improve your English. Let me show you. Where is it? Library. Let me share my screen with you,
Oh, great,
and then I, and then
nice.
I'll show you. Um, Engoo. This is called Engoo.
Okay,
Engoo, and it's daily news. It's news, it's arts, it's entertainment, science and technology. And these are articles that you read in English and it
okay,
explains the words. So we're going to do one now so I can show you. And there's different levels. There's intermediate level, which is what you would be at. And then as you get better, they have advanced levels.
okay,
So let's say we go to
okay. Um,
this one, Amazon here. Okay, so this is an article about Amazon. Okay, here
okay,
it's going to show you the vocabulary.
okay,
So
interesting.
these are the certain words. So it's going to tell you, and then you can hear how the word sounds. And then here it tells you this is a noun. And then
Okay,
device. What does it say device is? You can read this.
okay. A piece of electronic equipment such as
Equipment.
equipment, e-
Equipped meant.
equipment such
Perfect.
as a smartphone or laptop, a tool or machine that has been made to do a particular job.
Exactly. So a
Okay,
device is a piece of electronic equipment like a smartphone or a laptop, a tool or a machine that is for a particular job. So here we have it used in a sentence. You can read that.
okay. Please turn off all electronic device before takeoff.
Right. That's what you hear when you're on the airplane. And then this one,
This device measures, right? Or no?
measures. Good.
Measures your blood pressure, pressure,
Pressure. Yes.
pressure,
Pressure. So
pressure.
sometimes when you are, I'll
Okay,
show you on my board here. So sometimes when you're trying to say a word and you try to pronounce it. So the word is pressure.
Pressure. Okay.
So that's the word that we're trying to learn. So separate the word,
Pressure.
and then you say pressure,
Pressure.
pressure,
Pressure.
pressure. And
Pressure.
then, so when you see a word that you find is difficult, take that word and make it into smaller words.
Okay.
And then when you start to practice the smaller words, because that's going to teach you to say pressure instead of pressure. Pressure is okay. I understand that, but that's using your native accent. Pressure,
Okay. Pressure.
so, but if I'm sounding it out slowly, we're putting
Pressure.
emphasis on the R, pressure. So out
Pressure.
of this
Okay.
whole word, the the how would I explain that? You would put emphasis
Emphasis.
on
Okay.
the R. That is the strong letter in the word pressure. Escher is very natural, Escher, but
Pressure. Pressure.
pressure,
Pressure.
because you're
Okay.
using this almost twice. Pressure, pressure, and then you
Okay.
put the words together. So that's just one way for you to, when you're looking at words and you're reading things and you have difficulty to say the word, it's easier that way. So let's go back to the here.
Perfect. Okay.
So here is track.
Track. Track. Track. To follow the progress, the progress, development, or movement of something.
Right. So that's basically to keep track. I'm using my eyes and I'm keeping track of what you are doing. So
Okay.
I'm always knowing what is going on. If I'm looking away, I'm not paying attention. I'm not
Okay.
keeping track. So that's what that expression is, keeping track. It's similar
O-
to saying, I have my eyes on you. I'm keeping track of what you're doing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
read this one here.
Okay. You can use this code on our website to track when your package is going to arrive.
Right. So, like, let's say you buy something on Amazon and they send you tracking information and you type that number in, and it's going to show you on the map where your package is and when it's going to be coming to you. So, that's a way of tracking something. If you want to keep track of something, let's say you work for me and you're a salesperson, you sell stuff, but I
Okay.
have 20 employees, 20 people that work for me that sell things.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to sell this phone, how do I know that you sold that phone? Because you're going to put your code in the system. When you
Okay.
put your code in the system and I look at the receipt for this telephone, it's going to say Jean Pierre was the person that sold this phone.
Okay.
So the software is keeping track of
Okay.
you.
Okay.
So there's two different ways. Sometimes when a word is used in a sentence, it can mean two different things. So keeping track or tracking. Keeping track means that that's what I'm doing right now. I'm watching you. I'm keeping track. And then
Exactly.
tracking is a way of telling where something came from, who sold this. So
Okay.
let's go to the next. This word,
I don't know this audio, this sound sensor, right?
yep, perfect, sensor. And here is
Sensor.
what it means.
A device that measures or
Measures.
measures. A device that measures or re- reacts to head movement, like etc.
Okay. Measures,
Measure,
reacts,
react,
heat.
heat
Heat.
to heat. Okay,
Right. So a device that measures or reacts to heat,
to heat
movement,
movement,
light,
light,
etc.
etc.
Do you know what this means, etc?
Yes, continue more words.
Exactly. So, etc. Like I could keep explaining it to you, but you already know the rest. So
Yes,
rather than explaining it to you, I just say etc.
etc. Igual.
Okay.
In Spanish is the same sound, etc. In Spanish,
Okay.
etc.
Interesting. Yeah. Very similar.
Yes, very similar.
Okay. And this one,
Mo- monitor,
monitor.
monitor. Okay.
Okay.
Monitor to watch and check someone or something for a period, period,
Right. Period. Perfect.
period of time. Doctors monitor it. I don't know this pronouns. Monitor it, monitored,
No, you said it correct. Monitored.
monitored. The man's condition for 24 hours after the accident.
Right. Perfect. Let me go back. So monitored.
Monitor.
So that's the word monitored. And that's how you say it. So you're not really saying the E, monitored,
Monitor. Okay.
monitored. So that's, and monitor has two meanings in the English language.
Okay.
Monitor is what you're looking at right now, the computer monitor. And
Okay.
then monitor is like a teacher is going to monitor the classroom and make
Okay.
sure that the students are doing their work. So that's
Okay.
the other way of using the word monitor. So depending on how you use the word in a sentence, it can have different meanings. And there are a lot of words in the English language that are like that. And as you start getting used to hearing those words in those different scenarios, scenarios is another word we use in English. Scenario is like 1 minute I'm at the park. That's one scenario. The next minute I'm cooking in my kitchen and making
Okay.
dinner for the family. That's another scenario. So,
Okay, Richard. I have a question.
yeah, go
In
ahead.
this case, great your teacher and me. Great your class. I have a question. Richard, do you know other countries or countries in South America? Do you know another
Uh,
countries?
other countries for
For
what?
example, here in South America, Peru, Venezuela, Brazil. Do you know another countries?
I've never been to many countries, but I do teach
Okay.
students from Saudi Arabia, from Japan, from
Uh,
Beijing, from South Korea, from Turkey, from France, from Istanbul, from
wow.
Guatemala. I taught
Wow.
somebody this morning from
Very
Guatemala. So I get
interesting,
to
Richard.
teach people from a lot of different places. Sometimes people will choose me for teacher because they're coming to New York City. So when they are knowing that they're going to come to a place, they have me teach them. And then we focus on teaching them about New York.
Oh,
They will ask
great.
me places to eat, places to go, what is popular. And
Mhm.
through that they learn English the same way because it's something that they have a big interest in learning.
Yes. Yes.
So, but your understanding is pretty good, and your pronunciation, the way
Great.
you
Thank
speak, is
you.
great. It's really, really good. But Angu is a